we are going to create a table. All right. We are going to create a table. One function I'm going to use is called RANDBETWEEN. Okay, what is RANDBETWEEN? So whenever we write a function on Excel, you have to start with the equal to sign. RAND between, RANDBETWEEN, right? Okay. Now what does this function do? It returns a random number between the numbers you specify, which means there's a bottom value, let's say I give it as 1, and there's a top value which is 100. So RANDBETWEEN will generate a random number between 1 and 100. Okay, close it and click on enter. You see this? And then what I do is I just drag it down like this. Okay, and I drag it to the right also. Right, I've just created a table with some dummy values. Now I will format it as a table. What do you mean when I say format it as a table? So what you do is select all of this, select everything. You see this format option here, format as table. Click on this. Okay, and I just choose this. It will ask if your table has headers. Yes, my table has headers. Click on OK. No, in RANDBETWEEN, it is not inclusive, it is exclusive. Okay, I'll take you through it once more. I'm just creating a dummy table. I'm giving some January, February, March, April, May value. Okay, I'm filling in values between 10 and 1 and 100. Okay, now I'll just drag this formula, which means every cell will have this formula. Okay, RANDBETWEEN 1 to 100. We will come to dragging in a bit. Okay, but for now just create this, select everything. There'll be a format as table option. Click on any of it, your choice. Right, it will ask if your table has headers. Yes, my table has headers. Click on OK. It looks like it is inclusive. Someone asked me if it's inclusive, right? It is inclusive because I see values of 100. Now this is a table. Okay, this is a table, right? Okay. Now let's remove this for a bit. See, one more thing that you observe is every time I do some operation outside this, right? It will still, let's say I click on enter. Let's say I just click on enter. Not working. Wait. See, every time I do some operation, these values are changing, correct? Which is fine because that's how the function is supposed to work. Okay, it just has a random value between 1 to 100. Okay, now what I want to show you is copy paste special. So if you want to copy this information, let's say I copy this. Okay, Control C is copy. I come here, right? If you look at the paste option, there are different options available, right? One is just plain paste. One is paste as values. One is paste formulas. One is transpose. One just paste the formatting and then just paste the link. What are all these? Okay, the first one is paste, which will paste the formula, okay, and the formatting. When I say formatting, what does it mean? Look at the cell color. Look at the cell color here. It's blue. The font is same, the size is same. So along with the formatting, it is copy pasting. I click on paste. Why are the numbers different? Because the formula, see, the value is actually the formula, right? What is there inside the cell? There is a formula inside the cell which is working, right? It is constantly generating random values whenever you do something. Here also it is a formula. If I want to copy paste only the values, what I can do is right click. You see this here, values. Now you see this, it is 16 here, it is 16 here. Okay, but when I paste it as values, this number will change, which is the formula number. Why? Because see, here in each cell, what is the value of this cell? The value of this cell is this formula. Okay, but here I have copy pasted whatever was there as a value. When I copy paste it as a value, it will only give me value. It will not have the formula. See, look at this. Column number I or cell number I3 has 16. It doesn't have rand between 1 to 100. See, every time, saw that? Okay, this is rand between and copy pasting it as value and copy pasting it as. Alright, now what we'll do is, I will copy paste this whole thing as value. Okay, I will copy paste this table and paste it as values. Okay, here what I am using keyboard shortcuts, okay, but that is by practice. So don't get worried that, hey, how is, all these coming suddenly, these borders coming along, right? I'm using keyboard shortcuts, but that is by practice. There are different keyboard shortcuts available on Google. You can search different keyboard shortcuts in Excel. There's a bunch of it. If you're constantly practice, you will get a hang of it. Okay. For now, don't worry. How are these borders coming suddenly? That is not the idea here. Okay. Cool. Okay. Now I want to show you something. Let's say I ask you, hey, what is the sum? Let's say, for example, this is the sum of sales for each month, okay, of different orders. What is the sum of sales for the month of January? So what I can do is, I can say equal to sum of this, right? I just clicked on sum here and I drag it. Okay, I drag it, I close the bracket. So you see, sum is 775. Okay, now I'll ask you, hey, actually I want sum of the sales for February, March, April and May. So what will you do? Will you write the formula again? No, right? Okay, that is the beauty of Excel. You don't have to write the formula again. What you can do is, you see this formula, it says equal to sum of, let me reduce it a bit. It says sum of brackets open H3, which is H3 here. H3 is this, right? H3 to H17, which is this, okay? If I want the sum of February, what I can do is, go to this formula where you have written the sum. The bottom right corner, you will find a crosshair. And if you just drag it to the right, you will see that this cell has changed from H3 to I3 and from H17 to I17. Okay. Now if I drag it to the right, It's changed from I3 to J3 and I17 to J17. And if I drag couple K3 to K17, L3 to L17. Can someone tell me what is happening? I am dragging it horizontally, right? I am dragging this formula horizontally, and the cell reference, this is what I call as the cell reference, H3 to H17, is also moving horizontally. Okay. Now what is this? H is what? H is a column. 3 is the row, right? And I'm moving horizontal. I'm moving across columns. So what does that mean? 3 and 17 are not changing. Only the columns are changing, right? No, you cannot use H3 comma H17. It will add only the numbers in H3 and H17. You have to use a colon.